In Germany, the government is planning new measures to counter a surge in the number of irregular refugees and migrants. Interior Minister Nancy Faeser says there will be police checks on Germany's borders with Poland and the Czech Republic for the first time in nearly 20 years. Ms. Faeser said the controls are necessary to crack down on criminals smuggling migrants into the country. More than 200,000 people have requested asylum in Germany so far this year. That's up nearly 80% on the same period last year. Now, for more on this, let's bring in DW political correspondent Simon Young. Simon, what more can you tell us?
Well, Gerhard, this is a significant U-turn by Interior Minister Nancy Faeser. She's long said that there was no need for fixed border checks and pointed out that they would involve a large number of police who wouldn't be able to get on with other duties. But it's clear that there has been this surge in irregular arrivals, and she now feels something's got to be done. She did say that the ordinary stop and search measures that police do away from the borders would continue, but the idea seems to be that these fixed border checks might make it easier to pick up the smugglers themselves rather than the smuggled people, as it were. There's been quite a lot of criticism of this, even within the government. The Greens and the Free Democrats, saying, well, it does take a lot of police away from other things. It's also a big inconvenience to travellers and visitors and businesses who want to cross the borders. Potentially, it could cause long traffic queues. And the police union also a bit against it, saying it's ineffective and won't achieve a reduction in the number of irregular asylum seekers and migrants arriving in Germany.
Now, you mentioned that this is a U-turn by the Interior Minister. What has prompted it right now?
Well, I think it is largely down to the rise in political pressure, this huge surge in the number of irregular migrants coming to Germany. People have also pointed out that there has been fixed border checks on the border between Bavaria, southern Germany and Austria since 2015. So maybe it was thought, that makes it more difficult to argue against it. I think there has been this rise in the last few months, particularly today, for instance. We've seen a police operation that resulted in the arrest of several people accused of smuggling more than 100 apparently Syrian nationals into Germany. And there have been other cases of this kind of discoveries of significant groups of people smugglers. So I think that's an issue. We've also got elections coming up in Hessen, in Western Germany, where Nancy Faeser herself is going to lead her party, and in Bavaria too, where the leader has been making a big issue out of the question of migration. Hopes continue that there can be an EU-wide deal on migration, but of course that still seems a long way off. I think the German government feels that they've got to do something in order to appear to be doing something, as it were, and the questions remain whether it'll be effective.
DW political correspondent Simon Young. Many thanks, Simon.